in their own right. We see the Immortals retreating to the safety of the cannons, and Socke's bases are in jeopardy here, as Softball has a substantial force to deal with this, as there are only 2 Immortals on the field, both of which are, I mean, true veterans, but they just cannot do anything. As we see more units warping in for Socke. Socke is in jeopardy of losing this Immortals, as if he does not kill this Broodlord, these Immortals will go down, and that's not going to be where you want to be, as these Immortals are going to be taken out by these Zerglings. These Zerglings are so good at taking out the Immortals because their tiny, quick attacks really nullify the Hardened Shield's effectiveness, and we see more and more Roaches coming in here, and these DTs trying to make something happen, as this one Stalker trying to be a hero, trying to take out this Broodlord, but Socke in a really rough position here, as this Immortal will go down with 28 kills. We are seeing great, I mean, veteran units here from Socke, but just Softball able to continue to produce and continue to bring them out here. And Socke needs to get some Psionic Storms down, and yes, that's what we do see, as Psionic Storm's finishing off that Broodlord, but there's just so many Roaches, no Immortals to be seen. I do believe we are going to see the devastation of these 2 bases, as Socke does have very little to respond with, as he is only at 60 right now to 120 of Softball. This Immortal moving up here. I don't think this is really going to be a good good engagement for that Immortal, as he will be completely overwhelmed. Meanwhile, on Softball's side, we have, what do we have? We have a Nidus Network, and we have a Hydralisk Den coming down, as the Hydralisk Den was not able to survive off the creep. And Softball, of course, going to be repopulating this expansion, as this expansion was almost mined out, but there are enough minerals to come back for. And he's actually going to be taking a expansion over here on the side of Socke. So Socke really needs to make something happen here, because if he doesn't, it's going to be lights out and GG. Although they are toe-to-toe as far as Harvester count goes, he only has 1 base, and the minerals coming in for Softball are much higher. So we did see a Psionic Storm going down on these Roaches, but of course the Roaches burrowing and healing up and will pop up, and they will be brand new, just like a nice toaster. So let's go back to the production tabs. We have Missile Attack Level 2 coming online for Softball. Nidus Swarm will be coming on. Where is that Nidus Swarm going? It's coming over here for that island expansion. So we actually have, we see the Roaches coming out of the ground on top of these Stalkers. This is not where you want to be. That was a great trap set by Softball. Of course, Softball, returning the favor, will be engaging them with the DTs. The DT will be able to dispatch that 1 Roach, and Socke, pissed off about that, will be charging in and will be trying to get some sort of retaliatory attack, but there are so many Roaches on the field that Socke, I don't think that these 2 Immortals are really going to be enough. Those 2 Immortals are going to do a lot, but I don't think, actually we have 3 Immortals here, and we do see actually them engaging right here, and of course that DT is seen and will be taken out, but the Stalker's blinking, leaving the Immortals wide open for the attacks of these Zerglings. Of course, these Roaches coming here microing down these Stalkers. These Stalkers just really aren't going to be able to do a lot. And these Immortals, we do actually see a Psionic Storm coming down. The Roaches walk into it, but it doesn't matter because they can burrow and everything will be okay. So Socke on the ropes right now. I feel that he's kind of dying on the vine, as Softball is really just keeping him contained, not allowing him to get the expansions that he needs. And Socke's going to have to really pull a miracle out of his hat right now to make this work. So, real quick, to get a little tea. Yummy, yummy. So we do actually have Socke putting pressure on this expansion of Softball. Softball doesn't have any drones over here, but this is really more of just a psychological, like, hey, guess what? I am on your side of the map, and I'm going to put a hatchery over here. It's kind of like squatting, I guess. I guess you could equate it to that, but of course, Socke not going to have any of that. We'll be bringing some probes over here, and it does look like he's going to try to get an expansion up, as that's really what he needs right now, because if he does not, Softball is going to absolutely run away with this game, as we do see Softball nearing the doubling point for economy, and we do see a changeling right there, but of course, Socke, being the pro that he is, will be killing it, and will he be killing this other one? Yes, he will. There we go. Bam. So we do see an observer coming online for Socke. I believe it's kind of late in the game to be getting that observer, but hey, better late than never, I say, because those observers are so awesome. Awesome in the fact that you can put them anywhere. They are area units, but never mind. We have Softball moving over with a huge ball of Roaches. We do see a defensive Psionic Storm going down there, softening up these Roaches, but of course the Roaches can burrow, and that's exactly what we see doing, and basically saying, nah, you didn't hurt me. And I know I'm getting a little goofy, but we have a Dark Templar on the field. Of course, we do have an Overseer, so they will be easily sniped. And Softball going in here, looks like they're going to be putting some pressure on the natural. We did see a Protoss unit there evacuate his body, or his soul evacuated his body. And right now, Softball being pressured, being contained, this huge, huge, huge herd of roaches just putting up a massive dust cloud whenever they move around. And that's pretty intimidating, as Socke is going to be moving up here, and will he be engaging? It's really not going to be to his advantage, as he's going to need a lot of Psi Storms or something to go down, because he just does not have the forces to do it, as he has 3 Immortals, a lot of Zealots, and 1 Archon, and we do see a few DTs in the mix and a couple of high Templar, but Socke kind of just, you know, feeling out his opponent right here. And then we do actually see him engage. We do see the Archon going down. We do see Sonic Storms coming down here. Now he needs to put the pressure on Softball, not allowing him to actually burrow his units and basically making those Sonic Storms for naught. Now, Softball is retreating from an army that is less in size, but it just kind of shows you the power of those Sonic Storms and the fact that he needs to heal up or he's going to lose a lot of those roaches. But he does heal up, and Socke... God, Socke is just really not in a good position. As let's take a look at the army tab. He is 102 to 200. Socke needs to make something happen here, is because he can't make any more units. And the longer he waits, the longer he's allowing Socke to have a chance. And that's really, you don't want to let your enemy have a chance. As we do actually see another Nexus coming down for Socke. Socke, this is pretty much Socke's last hope, as we do see attack level 3 and armor level 2 coming on for Softball's ground units. And we do see more Broodlords moving out here. So I do believe we're going to see Softball trying to make something happen, as we see some changes coming up here as well. These Broodlords moving up. Will it be... this is going to be it pretty much for Socke. Socke's tiny little ball isn't going to be able to do it well, but they do actually see the Stalkers blinking in here, killing one of those Broodlords, taking out a huge amount. We see Psionic Storms raining down on these roaches. We need to see another one. Yes, we see more and more Psionic Storms raining down on these roaches. These Immortals are exposed, though. These Zealots are trying to soak up those damage. We do see the focus firing of these Immortals. These Immortals doing a lot of damage to these roaches, but the Hydras are adding a lot of DPS, and it just does not look like it's going to be enough, as Socke is retreating once again to the safety of this high yield for the cannons, trying to get Softball to engage, but this Nexus is going to be threatened. And we see all those probes going down there, but we see a Sonic Storm going down on these roaches, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as he's trying to bring out an Archon after those High Templar used up all of their mana. We see the roaches coming back out, surrounding, or getting a nice flanking attack on there. We do see 2 of those Stalkers going down. Once again, Socke trying to bring units over here, and we do see Socke GG as his Nexus was just about to be compromised. Whoa, that was a really long game. I think that was the longest game that I've seen, but that was an action-packed game. That was non-stop, just back and forth, back and forth. Let's go take a look at the losses tab right there. In the end, Socke was below Softball, or Socke lost more, but Softball just did a good job of keeping dominance of the field, not letting Socke get these 2 expansions. I mean, Socke built Nexuses here, I think 5 Nexuses here overall, and was going to lose all of them. So great job by Softball here. This was very, very long map. Hope you guys enjoyed it, though. I thought it was a really good one, and so I wanted to cast it, as these longer ones, you don't generally see a lot of people cast the really, really long ones. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. Let me know. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you don't. And as always, citizens, stay safe.